right. To close out today, we have a very powerful part of our story that deserves to be recognized today. We've talked about why inclusion is good for the individual. We've talked about why it's good for business, for people, and everyone in this room. We've talked about the how. And we want to close out today of recognizing why inclusion is great for the community. We saw this firsthand at the end of last year in one of the hardest ways possible. We unfortunately lost one of our really special people on our team, Renee Greco. She was a barista and roaster, and many of you got to meet her because of inclusion, because she was a part of our world, and because you allowed us to be a part of your world. After she passed away unexpectedly, the response and the volume was bigger than we could have possibly imagined. And again, it was so many of you who were a part of sharing in this loss and sharing in this hurt. And you got to see the impact that she left in your part of the world. And we got to see the amount of people that she touched, proving that inclusion was good for the community. So we want to show you a little glimpse into what we saw and honor Renee. Thank you. We got a video to show. Thank you.
3, 2, 1.
Renee Greco joined the 321 Coffee team when we were opening our shop in downtown Raleigh. From the first time I met Renee when she was a high school student visiting 321 on a field trip, to when she showed up for her interview, to how she came to work every single day, she was an absolute light. She had this incredible way of connecting with everyone around her, making everyone feel like a friend, making everyone feel warm, and that was the impact that she brought to our 321 community. My favorite story of Renee was when we were working the downtown Raleigh Christmas parade together, and we had a ton of extra baked goods. Well, Renee had the great idea to hit the streets, and the two of us walked together carrying baked goods and just screaming cinnamon rolls and cookies. And even doing that, she made it just feel fun. There were strangers coming up to us, excited to learn what we were carrying because of Renee's magnetic energy. Her impact wasn't just felt, it was lived by everyone who knew her.
You're the first one I'm going to invite to the wedding.
My favorite moment, I developed a really close friendship with Renee, one of the baristas. We bonded over our love of the Jonas Brothers, and she would just always greet me with the biggest hug and call me her Jonas sister. So I love developing those bonds.
Andy, if you could have a cup of coffee with anyone, who would it be?
On the back. Turn it over.
Is that you?
She's locked in. I've been busy.
Where's Renee?
Renee's right here. The Dub Love fan, Renee.
Last December, Renee passed away unexpectedly, and it was a really heavy day for the 321 family. Over the few days to follow, we realized how heavy it was for the greater 321 community. Renee not only worked at the downtown Raleigh shop, but she was a celebrity appearance at all of our other locations. The coffee cart hitting a bunch of local offices, the Relias Cafe, the Pendo Cafe, the Centennial Shop, the Farmers Market location. She touched so many people, and it was incredible to see the volume of community response. Just heartbroken to hear the news. She always wanted to get you to know your name. She then wanted to make you a customized latte art, but it often included an R for her name. She wanted to know where you wanted to go on vacation. She wanted to know what you would be dressing up for Halloween. She wanted to just get to know you. And then, of course, share all the things that she loved to do as well. Despite the heaviness, the 321 community showed up in the most beautiful ways. People shared memories. People supported each other. People talked about the best things that Renee taught them and the impact that Renee had on their lives, and actionable things that they were going to start doing differently and intentionally because of what they learned from Renee. It was incredible to see the volume of lives that Renee touched and to see the volume of people and friends that she had in her life. I can confidently say that Renee lived every single day with joy and with a smile because of the community that she built around her. At any point, we could have told you that Renee had a huge personality and made friends everywhere she went, but I don't think we fully realized the magnitude of community that Renee had built around her. We left notes in the downtown Raleigh shop and the Raleigh Cafe, and hundreds of notes were filled out and left in her honor. And they weren't just saying, "We're so sorry for your loss." They were sharing specific moments and stories that they had that they were really meaningful to them with Renee. It was people commenting on how she was their Jonas sister.
I will miss you so much, my Jonas sister.
I always looked forward to going to 321 at work and chatting with Renee about the Jonas Brothers.
I always loved hearing about her favorite Jonas brother.
Or a fellow Hurricane fan.
I'll always remember her greeting me with, "Hey Biz, guess what?" And she would share a Carolina Hurricanes fact.
I loved getting to know her bubbly personality and bonding with her over the Carolina Hurricanes.
If you didn't know of Renee before her passing, you need to know about her now.
It was people talking about coordinating nail polish together. It was so many specific moments and stories that meant so much to people.
My favorite people to talk
Renee
to at 321
radiated
every
pure
day.
joy and
We
always
love
made my days at
witnessing
work
Renee's
a whole lot
zest for
brighter.
life.
Because again, that was the impact that Renee had on other people's lives. Renee lived a life that valued inclusion, and in doing so, she built a huge community around her where people just felt like they belonged. Renee knew that inclusion was good for her. We at 321 saw how inclusion was great for our team and our company and our business. And after Renee passed, the response from the community around us proved that inclusion was good for Raleigh. So here's to Renee. May we all find a way to champion inclusion in our own community. Say hi to someone we don't know, ask them a question to get to know them better, and live a little bit more like Renee.
Thank you for honoring Renee. Many of you have asked how to continue championing Renee's legacy, and we are really proud to welcome two people from Renee's family to share a little bit more about this. Please welcome Alex and Sean.
This has been incredible, guys. What an amazing day. So community is a place we can experience love, acceptance, and a sense of belonging, written by that prolific author, Anonymous. Renee lived in a way where if you came into her orbit, you were part of that community. All of those things became true. And it really feels like the goal for all of us. My name's Sean Toomey, and I am here representing the Renee Lillian Greco Foundation. Her parents were unable to be here today as they are the founders of the foundation. I met Renee for the first time 11 years ago. She was a player on my Miracle League baseball team. And my first impression of her was pure, unfocused, amazing kinetic energy. You just didn't know what she was going to do or when she was going to do it. It was terrific. So the years went by. She aged off of the team I was coaching, and I ran into her again at Journey League basketball. And at this point, she wasn't playing. I wasn't her coach. She was a coach alongside me. She had matured so much. She had come so far. She was from being coached to actively coaching. So that exuberance that she showed on that first day on the baseball field never left. But all that positive energy went to her job at 321, helping coach basketball and making an unforgettable impression on everyone that met her.
Hi everyone. Sorry, I'm a little emotional after that video. My name is Alex Greco, and I am Renee's oldest cousin. Sorry. Since the day she was born, Renee was nothing short of energetic and loving. As she grew, her outpouring of acceptance of everyone shone brighter than the sun every single day. She never judged or excluded anyone because she didn't know how to be that way. Inclusion was something that came so naturally to Renee, and because of that, she was able to guide those around her to being the same way. Renee puts so much of her time and energy into helping others through her participation in various sports leagues throughout the Raleigh area, as well as her career as a barista for 321 Coffee. Everyone she met loved her and couldn't help grinning from ear to ear after only a few minutes of talking with her. Basically, she was sunshine in human form. And to honor that light, her mother and father created the Renee Lillian Greco Foundation, which Sean will now go over in a little more detail.
So our main goal is to enable everything else that everyone's been talking about today. Here are the 3 pillars of the Renee Lillian Greco Foundation. One is to provide financial assistance and program support to individuals with IDD to help them obtain and maintain meaningful employment. This goal is driven by Renee's time at 321 Coffee and how much it meant to her, increased her confidence, independence, and community connection. To support inclusive recreational opportunities for individuals with IDD. This goes back to Journey League and Miracle League and all the things that she did that created those. That's right, Dre. All the things that she took care of, or she was part of. And the third pillar, the organization will provide small grants and direct assistance to individuals with IDD or to nonprofit partners serving that community. This assistance could come in many forms, including adaptive equipment, life skills education, enrichment programs, and countless other things. The goal is to remove barriers to participation and independence. We hope to close the gaps that may exist and to assist when it makes sense to do so. One of the lessons that Renee taught us over the years is to keep moving and to keep helping as much as we can.
Thanks, Sean. Renee would have been completely overwhelmed by the outpouring of love today. I mean, everyone here has been so supportive. She would have celebrated in her favorite way with a caramel frappuccino while listening to the Jonas Brothers. Just a quick little story about Renee. I remember when we were younger, and our poppy, that's our grandpa, he would record us at family functions, and Renee would always find her way right in front of the camera and say, "Hi, Pop!" Because she was just a big bundle of sweetness while also being a star. She would always tell me, "Al, you're my favorite cousin," which I always appreciated, but now I cherish more than anything. She knew that I, along with the rest of our family, were her safe place, and we were always her comfort and her biggest supporters, while she reciprocated that same love. I love you, Renee. Thank you for being our angel up in heaven.
Thank you all for being here today, and thank you to 321 and Lindsay for the opportunity to talk to all of you. We'll be here through lunch if you have any questions about the foundation, and please check out the QR code to find out about that, and if you have any other further questions, we're here. Thank you again.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. We also have some buttons in honor of Renee. We'll be standing at the exit over there for people to grab a button on their way out if you'd like one. Thank you so much.
Thank you all for continuing to honor Renee. And a really special update that we are truly so proud to share, in addition to the foundation, Renee's father, Mark, has officially joined the 321 team to continue honoring the Greco career that Renee began.